The new DMZ mode in Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 attempts to emulate fellow shooter Escape from Tarkov, but early reactions are mixed. According to Dexerto, the massively popular Twitch streamer Shroud found DMZ extremely lacking and considers it far inferior to its ostensible inspiration, Escape from Tarkov. Why is this the case? In what ways is Escape from Tarkov different from Modern Warfare 2? Is it a suitable replacement for Escape from Tarkov? Let's find out. To begin, Modern Warfare 2 is no replacement for Escape from Tarkov. Escape from Tarkov, developed by Battlestate Games and released as a closed beta in 2017, puts a realistic spin on first-person shooter gameplay compared to competitors such as Modern Warfare 2. Escape from Tarkov inspired modes like Hazard Zone and Battlefield 2042 with its in-depth survival mechanics and potential for three-way battles against players and computer-controlled enemies. With Warzone 2.0's DMZ mode, fans expected new mechanics, such as meaningful equipment and a lack of specific user interface elements, to make firefights more realistic. Instead, DMZ appears to be a bare-bones PvPvE experience, lacking the depth that made Escape from Tarkov so successful. While early reactions to DMZ have been mixed, this mode will be only a tiny part of Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. The brand new free-to-play title will be similar to its predecessor, with teams dropping into a massive map and gradually shrinking to force confrontations with other groups. A new COD Warzone 2 map called Mazrah, new movement mechanics, and a new circle collapse style will significantly alter the experience. While DMZ has proven divisive, Warzone 2.0 should remain an engaging venue for battle royale combat. Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 promises to tie directly into Modern Warfare 2 in the future, but that game's technical issues and lackluster campaign held it back from greatness. Season 1 and Warzone 2 can potentially entice players back in, but early reports indicate that DMZ needs to translate immersive Escape from Tarkov gameplay into a Call of Duty experience. Following that, what do we know about contraband weapons? What about unlocking guns in the DMZ? Let's find out. The new DMZ mode in Modern Warfare 2 sends players into Mazrah to loot valuable loot and safely flee. Contraband weapons are one of the most exciting items that players can smuggle. DMZ is a varied open-world experience in which players can forge their path. There are no hard and fast rules. The most important thing is to keep your head above water. Players can loot, befriend, and even betray other players. To play DMZ successfully, however, you must first understand contraband guns. So, what are the contraband weapons? Contraband weapons are any DMZ exclusive firearms that a player can successfully exfiltrate with after obtaining them from either hostile or friendly players. If you lose it while you're out on the battlefield, you'll never be able to get it back into your inventory. These weapons are typically modified by the player you took them from, allowing you to experiment with distinctive loadouts that you might not have access to in any other circumstance. Because it is possible to play an entire DMZ match without coming into contact with another player, this provides players with an additional incentive to interact with others in the game. Next up, how to get contraband weapons in DMZ. You'll need to loot a weapon from an opposing player or be given one by a friend to get your hands on a contraband weapon in the DMZ. Once you had the weapon previously owned by another player, you must successfully exfiltrate while carrying the gun in your inventory. Because of this, the weapon in question will now be considered contraband. When you load into DMZ for the very first time, you will be given a limited supply of contraband weapons that you can use. But if you lose these weapons while playing DMZ, there is a chance that you won't be able to get them back. However, you need to understand DMZ and how it works to make the most of them. The battles of DMZ and Warzone 2 will take place on the same map, Mazrah. The Mazrah map in Call of Duty Battle Royale is the largest one to date, and it includes several points of interest that you may already be familiar with. Moving on, do I keep contraband weapons extracted from DMZ? If you can successfully exfiltrate with another player's weapon still in your inventory, then you will be able to keep that weapon as a contraband weapon. This will also enable you to unlock the base version of the weapon in the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer and Warzone 2 games. In those game modes, you will still be responsible for leveling it up on your own. This is a huge benefit for players who don't particularly enjoy completing weapon challenges and would rather earn the weapon by looting than by completing the challenge. However, to use the weapon you desire, you will first need to locate it, and most of the time you will have to fight an adversary to steal it from them. Following that, Warzone 2's dynamic circle system transforms the fight. A triple circle system that randomly divides the players could significantly impact a game's outcome. One team may have a significant significant advantage if they end up in a circle with little to no opposition, allowing them to find the best loadouts for distant shots, such as Warzone's HDR sniper, before the ring's final convergence. On the other hand, it may result in some players being trapped in a ring with multiple other teams, making it difficult to locate loot without encountering an enemy. The team that ends up in the ring with the most opponents may arrive in the final ring with the best loot due to defeating the most enemies. If each circle manages to have a team eliminate all opposition before the final ring arrives, this system will allow for a triple team, final boss-style showdown. Call of Duty Warzone is a popular title among first-person shooters and the Battle Royale genre fans. Warzone 2 is cleaning the title, introducing new features, and updating existing ones to create unique experiences for fans, including resetting all Warzone progress, a dynamic mapping system that divides teams into separate circles, potentially dividing a single team across multiple circles, will aid in the creation of utterly human-led team boss showdowns in Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. Next up, the best drop locations in Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. The Quarry appears in the first Warzone and will be updated in Warzone 2.0. Because it is a large area on the map's western border with several large buildings to loot, the Quarry will be a reliable drop location. The Quarry could also be a good spot for sniping because the cranes provide a high-up vantage point for surveying the area. Finally, the Quarry is a large area that allows operators to float above enemies and choose a less crowded location to loot in peace. Two of the intriguing new points of interest that will be fun landing spots to explore are Zarqwa Hydroelectric and Zaya Observatory. The Zaya Observatory is the highest point in the area, similar to the peak from the Caldera map in the original Warzone. It will have several research facilities where players can drop in and loot gear. Zarqwa Hydroelectric is Warzone 2.0's hydroelectric power plant, surrounded by rivers and houses. Because the area is a little tighter with water, this spot will be crowded with other operators. However, the power plant is bound to offer great loot at the start, giving players an early advantage. Activision will release more images and videos of Mazrah in the lead-up to Call of Duty Warzone 2.0, and players can begin to consider where the squad will begin the battle. In the meantime, players can enjoy Call of Duty Warzone Last Stand and the Caldera's map's final few weeks. Finally, Heisenberg could exist in the Modern Warfare universe. The single-player campaign of Modern Warfare 2 features drug cartels as primary antagonists, similar to the Breaking Bad universe and its Salamanca drug family. In the MW2 reboot, players must work with fan favorites like Captain Price, John Soap McTavish, and Simon Ghost Riley to track down an Iranian terrorist named Major Hassan Zayani. Players soon discovered that Zayani has allied himself with the Mexican drug cartel Las Almas, bringing the game's bloody campaign to the border between the United States and Mexico. In Breaking Bad, Walter White's activities attract the attention of the Salamanca drug cartel and the elusive Gustavo Fring, resulting in a similar international conflict. Breaking Bad has had an indelible influence on pop culture, and this influence has also filtered into the video game industry. Showrunner Vince Gilligan recently revealed that he pitched a Breaking Bad video game similar to Grand Theft Auto, but the project never materialized. Like the AMC crime drama series, Rockstar Games' open-world titles frequently depict the rise from lowly criminal to the powerful kingpin. A Breaking Bad game could have turned Heisenberg's story into an interactive adventure, but it would have tarnished the otherwise flawless franchise. Players in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 face off against the Las Almas drug cartel, and an Easter egg suggests that Walter White and Jesse Pinkman are also involved in the franchise's drug trade. The mobile lab is a memorable part of Breaking Bad, with its bullet-riddled door distinguishing it from a typical RV. What are your thoughts on our video? Do you think Modern Warfare 2 is suitable to be an escape from Tarkov replacement? What about the contraband weapons? What might we have missed on them? Please let us know in the comments section. Well, that marks the end of our video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. On your way out, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.